Hey everybody, welcome to our 2 cents. 2 pennies later. Well, what's going on? What's going on your part of the world? Tell me what you've been doing, keeping you busy this summer. School's right around the corner. People's getting in road for school, and my grandkids are going to be going to school here, and people's going to start having to slow down in the school zones. So look out for the kids. Um, it's that time of the year. So, how many of you have children in school right now? Comment in the comment section. You got some kindergartners, elementary, junior high, high school, college. I have one daughter who's wanting to go to college. I don't know if she's what I don't know what's happening, so we'll have to wait and see if she actually gets enrolled. Uh, she's supposed to be looking for a job, but I think she has a guy that's keeping most of her time, and she needs to get her priorities straight. But she's almost 40. I can't tell her what to do. So, and in a couple months, my other daughter will be 40, so they're 2 years apart, so it makes me really feel old. Well, what I'm going to be doing today, I need to treat, like, I watched a YouTube channel. I don't know if anybody's heard of it before. If you have, great. Let me know. Have you heard of home, let's see, Homesteading with the Zimmermans or something like that? Ruth Ann Zimmerman. She's an ex-Mennonite, and teaches us Mennonite ways, even though they're not Mennonites anymore, and how they do their gardening, and which I'm amazed at how beautiful her garden is. But she has kids to help her. I'm pretty much do everything by myself, and when I do get help, it's just a little bit. A little bit is better than nothing, right? Anyway, today I'm gonna be going. Ruth Ann Zimmerman is awesome. She's teaching other channels, also everybody who watches, and I would love to meet her one day. But check out uh, Homesteading with the Zimmermans, and let me know what you think. If you do gardening, you'll learn a lot. Anyway, I'm going to go out today. I'm going to start doing like she does and treating my garden like there's no plan B. Like if something don't work out, you have another plan that might help get things back on track. Well, she treats her garden as if there's no other plan. You got to do it or you don't got it. You got it? You take care of it, whether it's 100 degrees outside, whether it's raining, whether it's nice and comfortable. Whatever is wrong with the weather is wrong with the weather. You treat your garden like you treat yourself, and you get out there and you do what needs to be done and make it happen. Well, that's my goal for next year. Well, from this moment on, but next year's garden is going to be treated a lot more better than this year's, and I think I'm doing pretty good this year for just being, well, my husband does help out, but being one person that's always out there working. And now that I bought a new gadget, I don't know what it's called, but I watched the little video on my commercials. I call it commercials, the intermissions in between videos or in between games when I'm playing games and whatever. That has a little, it's like a weed eater, but it don't have the weed eater string. It has a blade. Come to 2 batteries where you charge it up. You don't have to worry about gasoline. You can just charge up the battery, and then you can run it, and it mows your it goes your grass. It does around the trees. around my plants. That's what I'm thinking of in my garden. Around all my raised beds, around the fencing, real close to the plants. Get it looking good, and then after I get the garden the way I want it, David won't have to worry about driving over my plants, because the damage would be my fault because I'm using my gadget. And he can mow the regular lawn, but I can mow the lawn too, as long as the battery's up, take care of what I need for the garden. And then I go around the fruit trees, and I can go around all the raised beds, around the fencing, places where he can't get with his lawnmower. And that way he don't have to weed eat. I did it with my little gadget, so that'll help him out a lot. And I have my garden is here, there, and everywhere around the yard. I got my garlic garden and my garden behind the garage, which we didn't plant anything in there this year, but I can get in there and clean it up now when I get my gadget, where I can be able to plant things in there the next time, and then go all everywhere. I'm just excited, in case you can't tell. But today I'm going to feed my chickens, scatter the eggs, and then I'm going to go get my claw that I do a lot of work with, and go out into the cucumber patch. I have 16, 32, 64 feet of cucumbers that I'm going to get the weeds out of today. That's my goal, 64 feet worth. And hopefully there's some cucumbers on there that I can pick, even the little baby ones, the little bitty ones, because I can make sweet pickles out of the little pickles, the little cucumbers as well. And if they accidentally outgrow a little bit and get too big, then I can slice those up and make pickles out of those. Put them in my salads, eat it plain with ranch, or and just enjoy some cucumbers. And that's what I'm hoping for. I was wanting to sell them like $1 a piece if they're big enough, or 50 cents a piece at the farmer's market if I have an abundance. But I want to make a whole bunch of pickles as well, dill pickles and sweet pickles. So even I can put some those little pickles in and make dill pickles. David calls them dickles. So I can make some dickles, and I can make some dill pickles, and I can make some sweet pickles out of dickles, and then slice them up and make some bread and butter pickles. And we can have all the different kinds of cucumber pickles that we can have. And I gotta get the beets growing. As soon as he comes back, he went to go do hay. So he's gonna, I don't know if he's gonna be gone a week. Depends on the weather. As long as it's dry, he's gonna cut, rake, and bale until he's done. I don't know how much he has left, but he's finishing up the part where our home is, and then we have another land that he does hay on that he needs to go do, which is bigger. I don't know if it's bigger, but there's more hay that needs to be cut and baled. So I hope he can get it done with no problems with the machinery breaking down or with something happening. So give good vibes that goes good for him, so he can get the hay done. Then we can get him home, and I'm going to pour some sand over the area in the garden where I want to plant beets, because they need a little more drainage. I have a hard time growing beets, so I thought if I put sand down, it will be maybe my little thing that I need to make my beets grow. And if they grow nice, then we can have pickled beets. And I also like roasted beets with sweet potatoes and regular potatoes and turnips. Mix the different fruits together and vegetables together, and roast them. That is so good. But yeah, my kohlrabi didn't make it, so I'm going to try to grow some more kohlrabi in the garden. So there's an area in the garden that if you watched the video this morning on Candace Misfit, this just needs to be mowed down, the area where I have the kohlrabi and stuff growing, because I'm sure it's dead. I haven't been able to get out to do everything I need to do, so it's dying. But since the weather's going to be a little bit cooler, maybe they will grow this time. So I'm going to fill that section up with kohlrabi. I got purple ones and white ones. I'll fill it. I'm going to also plant some more turnips if I have turnip seeds, but they're not that expensive, and I might just get a package of turnips, because when the garden's done, I'm going to be, after the frost, I'm going to be planting turnips as my cover crop, covering up the whole thing with turnips for next spring. I can pick those turnips and either sell them or can them, or put them away in the container. I'd like to build. I'm just talking all over the place, guys. You can tell I got plans. But I'd like to build. I can put it right here in this room. A wooden crate, probably about 6 foot tall, with drawers. Maybe I can use pallets, and I can put drawers, make drawers to pull open like a dresser, and then fill one drawer with turnips, one drawer with sweet potatoes, one drawer with potatoes, one drawer with kohlrabis, one drawer for onions, whatever, and put all those different vegetables in the drawers, and that's where I can store them. So that's what I'm going to try to see if I can't make, so that way at least next year I'll have it. And David wants, at the end of the month, he'll probably be here by then, but at the end of the month he wants to take some of the 40, we have an incubator that holds 40 eggs, and take 40 eggs after I glass them and see which ones are fertile and which ones aren't. The ones that aren't fertile we will eat, and ones that's fertile we'll put in the incubator and hatch them, and then I will raise those during the winter in the chicken coop. We have a room on the side where would be like a little brooder, and then put them in there, and I'll go out there each morning and feed them and pet them and hold them, and if they let me. Sometimes they don't, but then we'll get rid of the roosters and keep the hens and grow our flock a little bit more. And after I get those hens and get rid of the roosters, after they're the same size as the hens that we have now, so they don't kill each other, or the big ones don't kill the little ones, because they will. If they're not big enough to protect themselves, they will be killed, unless there's enough of them where they will like we have 13 hens right now. So if we have 40, which I know I'm not going to have 40, but if we have a whole lot of hens, then we can let them out, because there's more than 13, so hopefully they wouldn't attack them. But I want them to get at least the size of my shoe before I let them out. It was like a foot, a foot tall, and then they should be big enough to protect themselves. But I don't want any roosters. We're going to get rid of the rooster we have after these hens, after the chicks are born. So that's a video down the road. Maybe I'll do a live video with them doing that. But today I'm working on the cucumbers, and I need to get my peas planted. I need to get beets planted. I need to get green beans planted, and then some kohlrabi and broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. So that's my goal, and stay tuned to Kansas Misfit if you want to see that grow. I might show some of it on this channel, but mainly this is just us visiting, letting you know what's going on, like the behind scenes of Kansas Misfit. That's what I'm doing, since it's just me and David's not wanting to be on the videos no more. I'm just using this as my channel to behind the scenes of Kansas Misfit, what's going on in our life. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, see what's going on from there, what all I have done and what all I need to still do, and answer questions that you leave me. So leave me questions in the comment section so I can answer them, because I love reading them and answering them. And I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, God loves you, and so do I.
Ta-ta for now.